Hey everybody, welcome to Fatso Radio, episode number 98. Wow, episode number 98. And tonight, this episode and every episode is brought to you by Volpe Martial Arts. Folks, check out volpemartialarts.com for KW, that's Kitchener, Waterloo, Guelph, Cambridge, and the whole surrounding area. Newest Hapkido and Kung Fu martial arts school. That's right. Hapkido is a Korean martial art, Kung Fu, Chinese martial art, fused together amazingly by my brother, Sifu Adam Volpe. That's right. He brings a lifetime of experience and passion to this martial art and to his martial arts school. Volpe Martial Art, check it out, volpemartialarts.com. All right, folks, another short episode, just a quick one. Lots about change, lots about what I'm doing. I'm walking and back on the streets again. I love it. I'm walking, getting fresh air, getting sun on my face. What am I doing? How am I eating? How am I managing? Let's do it. I love you all. Happy Friday. Fatso Radio. Lily, take away with that beautiful song, my girl. Peace, folks. I love you all.
Fatso, the really good podcast show.
Fatso, our very first podcast show.
Hey everybody, welcome to Fatso Radio. How you doing? Another Friday, folks. Another Friday. What is it? December 18th. Woo! December 18th. Can you believe it? Can you believe it's December? Can you believe that it's the 18th? Can you believe that it feels like almost a year now, right? Since we've been in the world of lockdowns and the viruses and in the whole pandemic and everything. It's not been a year yet, maybe 8-9 months, whatever, but it feels like it's been this whole year, 2012 or 2000. Jeez. The reason why I'm thinking about 2012, I'll tell you in just a second, but I'll tell you right now is because I had a joke the other day with my friend. I was saying, oh my God, maybe the Mayans are off by 8 years, blah, 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 2012, maybe it's 2020. Anyway, but it's 2020 and everything is going crazy and everybody's worried about everything. I get it. And I am too, right? I'm worried and I'm thinking and concerned about everything else, but what are we going to do, folks? What are we going to do? We're going to just stick to what we know, stick to listening to your gut, listen to your instincts, listen to your family, listen to the people who love you, your friends, and all of that stuff. So what am I talking about tonight? Well, first of all, Fatso Radio. What is Fatso Radio, folks? If you haven't listened to my Fatso Radio before, if you haven't watched Fatso Radio before, if you haven't caught one of our interviews with many of our guests, this is what it is. It's my way of talking to you and just giving you my 2 cents. That's all it is, right? And it's only 2 cents worth. It's my perspective. It's my opinion, some of my experience, some of the things that have worked for me, some things that have not worked for me. It's not medical advice. I'm not giving you dietary advice. I'm telling you about things to maybe make you aware and so you can look into it a little bit further. If you have some questions, talk to your doctor. If you have some questions, talk to your nutritionist if you have one. If you have a dietitian, talk to your dietitian. Challenge yourself and them with these questions, Fatso Radio, right? Again, eating fat is not bad for you. Eating animal fat is not bad for you. It's how you eat it. It's proportions. It's what else you eat in your diet, sugar, all that. That's Fatso Radio, right? Every episode is a little different, right? Tonight, I'm going to talk about change again, because change again is happening for me. Change always happens for me, and I embrace it. Some people think I'm crazy because I embrace change, like I'm embracing my haircut, or not really a haircut, but I don't really need to cut my hair much. But anyway, some people think I'm a little bit crazy with that, but I change so often, and I try to get good at changing, right? And I think it is a skill, but it's something that we learn, and we have to keep on learning, and we have to keep on practicing at changing. Some people don't like to change, but I think that change is inevitable, and everybody says change is inevitable. Nothing is stagnant, nothing is static, nothing stays the same ever. So you have to, I think, be good at change and be good at adapting. We are master adapters, right? We are master adapters as a race. We adapt during different seasons and different climates and different altitudes and all different parts of the world, and we adapt to different conditions. We adapt to the pandemic. We adapt to different situations in our life. We have kids. We don't have kids. People die. The kids go to school. We get up. We grow up. Jobs, different kind of jobs. You may go to school for something. You may spend 10 years in this job. You may go to school for one thing, spend 10 years in a job that you didn't go to school for, and then spend 10 years in another job that you didn't go to school for either, and then spend 10 years in another job that you didn't go to school for, but you really love that the most, and you wanted to go to school for that, and then 10 years later you find another job, and then you bounce around and you end up doing everything you like, or you may end up doing nothing you like. You might have 10 jobs that you don't like either. We adapt, we change. Why? We have to. We have to change. We have to adapt. We're not going to just sit still and just die like a statue. That's not what we're here for. That's not how we are we're the most prolific race ever, man. We're a woman and child. Everybody, listen. We're here. Our ancestors evolved and got us here, and they survived, and that's why we're here. So thank whoever you thank, the stars, thank your God, thank Jesus. Christmas is coming up. Thank Jesus, baby Jesus. A good time to thank baby Jesus. Thank everybody and everything for what we got, because we are truly blessed. So we change. What is change all about? What are we going to change? What am I talking about change? What am I getting at? It's 2 minutes into this already. What are you talking about, Carlo? Change for me. So I got a new job about a month ago, some training, some not training off that I was off for a little while, and then I've been working the last couple of weeks, right? So I'm not sure if I'm really supposed to talk about my work, and it doesn't really matter, but I'm not going to be, none of the views I express today or any day are going to be views that my company talks about, or my company's have company standards, or they're not views or expressions of my company is what I'm trying to say. I don't represent my company at all in anything I'm saying here. This is all my personal opinion, right? It has nothing to do with wherever I work. Never really has. Whether I worked at a company where I sat at a desk all day and typed at a computer, or whether I'm at a job where I'm out delivering the mail. So that's what I'm doing. I'm delivering the mail, I'm delivering packages, I'm delivering smiles and love, folks. That's what I'm doing. And this is a perfect job for me. Why? Not only is it perfect because it's changed, right? I'm rolling with a punch, folks. That's what I do. I roll. Change. It's a job where I get to walk. Oh, do I get to walk? I'm walking, delivering, I'm walking, I'm packing, I'm putting this here and I'm putting this here and I'm walking. So the last 2 weeks I've been walking a lot, right? So this is the job. You're walking, and sometimes I'm in a truck, and then sometimes I'm in a truck where I drive to a certain location and I walk, or sometimes I don't, okay? Sometimes I'm just walking all day long. I'm walking for an hour or two, stopping at a box, get some more things to pick up. Deliver, walk, pick up some more stuff, deliver, pick up some more stuff, go to a truck maybe, go to another store maybe, doesn't matter, right? All over the place. The bottom line is, and I'm not giving out any secrets here or anything because this isn't the secrets to give out, but the bottom line is I'm moving a lot, right? So whether I'm starting at 7 or 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning, I'm coming home at 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 o'clock at night, haven't been at 7 o'clock lately or yet actually. But I've been out until 5 o'clock at night a few times. And here in Canada, December 18th, December 16th this week, on the 15th, I was out till 5 o'clock at night, and it was dark. It's getting dark out there, and you're delivering, and it's hard to see your dresses, so that's besides the point. What I'm getting at is the change, right? So what I've been doing, what have I been doing? And that's what I've been doing. I've been walking a lot, and it's great because it reminds me, and it's giving me back something that I love to do. And I've talked about this a lot, and I'm going to talk about it again. Walking. Why? Let me stop myself. Why am I going to talk about it? Why am I going to bore everybody? Because all 4 of you want to listen to the bullshit that I have to say to you. And I don't mean bullshit in a derogatory way. I mean bullshit in a loving way, like the good stuff. The good bullshit's not bad. I think, well, maybe bullshit's bad, but bullshit will also be good. Or shit or stuff, or the goods. I'm giving you the goods. Okay. Anyway, let's get back to this. Change and walking. I love walking, right? Hold on. Why am I giving you all the details? Like I said, you want to listen to them, you want to hear anyway. This is why you're here. That's why you're here, and this is why I'm here. So I'm walking. I love walking, and I'm going to talk about it again, why I love walking so much. Because it has to be the most basic movement, right? It has to be. We're walkers. We really are walkers, folks. I can't think of the book on top of my head right now, but there's a couple good books out there about basically walking. If you're interested in Google the history of walking, or not the history of walking, it sounds like a lunatic. But just I guess maybe it is the history of walking, or how it shaped our culture, and how our culture has shaped it. The bottom line, what I'm trying to get at, in not a very educated way, but what I'm trying to get at is that it's in our nature to just walk, and everybody can attest to it. Tell me, let me know. If you don't like to walk, that's okay. If you don't like to walk, maybe you have some pain, maybe you have some weight, maybe you have some pain and some weight, or maybe you just don't like walking. Maybe you don't have any pain, maybe you don't have any weight, you just hate to walk. I don't know. I mean, you can, of course you can hate to walk, right? But you shouldn't hate to walk. You should try it again. I'm going to try and convince you. So walking, I think, is the most basic thing. Of course, you get up as a child and you start walking. But for a lot of people, walking isn't an exercise, right? For a lot of people, walking is something that they just do to get to the fridge or to get to the couch or to get to work or to get to the store or wherever they do, right? Whether it's in a lazy sense or whether it's just exercise, or not exercise at all, it's just getting around. But for a lot of people, if you do like to walk, it's great. I love to walk, and I'm going to tell you many reasons why. So I love to walk. With this job, it's amazing because I'm outside, right? And in my last job, when I was actually inside an office, typing all the time on a computer and looking at the screen and all that stuff, I got outside during my lunch break and I got to walk around. So that was the best part of that job. This is the best part of this job too. And it's so different. It's so funny to me because it's such a different job. It's the opposite, right? Well, in some ways it's the same. I was in a finance department, in the invoicing department, in the billing department, help putting out invoices, help getting the bills out. Kind of the same, where I'm help getting the bills out or help getting the mail out and the packages and then the notices and everything like that. But it's in a different sense because I'm not just doing it through software, right? I'm actually doing it. But of course it's the best part of the job, right? It's the best part of the job because you're outside and you're walking. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not ridiculous. I'm not trying to bullshit you in a bad sense, try to lie to you. I'm not going to try and lie to you, say that, walking is not hard. Of course it's hard. Everybody knows. Anybody who's ever walked around the block, anybody's ever walked around the block with load on them, right? With heavy weight on them. Anybody who's had groceries in your hands and trying to walk from the car to inside the kitchen or elbowed in the door and you're trying to get your way in there and you can't do it. And you drop shit in the bus and you're freaking out and you want to strangle the kids, but you can't. You love the kids and you love the dog and the cat or whoever's around. I don't have kids. I have kids, but I don't have a dog or cat. But my point is, it's hard, right? So I'm walking and I have stuff on me, right? It's heavy and it's walking around and it's a great workout, right? Even without any weight at all. A lot of people walk around with 5-pound weights or 2-pound weights or 1-pound weights or ankle weights or wrist weights, whatever it is, right? Walking around with no weight is great. Walking around with weight is great, right? But you got to do it safe. That's the whole thing, right? You got to do it safe. You want to walk, you can do it. We are meant to walk. I can't think of the book right now, but what I'm thinking of is the idea that we can walk for long distances. Now, there's talk, of course, in the athletics world of how far we can run, and that's crazy. Zach Bitter, where he has got the 24-hour. 20 mile, I don't know what it is, 24-hour run race or whatever it is. Got the world record for that. But the idea is like we could run for a long time, but we could walk for even longer. Just imagine how long you can walk for, right? So I'm not walking 24 hours, I'm not walking 48 hours, but I'm walking, 5, 6, 7 hours sometimes, right? And it's a great exercise, right? And it's so basic. Like I said, with my old job, I loved it because I got to walk around on my lunch break. Now I'm walking all day long, right? I don't need to go to the gym. I still, of course, train Kung Fu because I love the martial arts and I love the camaraderie and I love to see my brother, Sifu Adam. Good time to remind everybody, check them out, volpemartialarts.com. But I love to walk because, well, quite honestly, for me personally, from an emotional connection, or I guess I have the connection to it because it's the exercise that I did the most that helped me lose all the weight that I lost, right? The 110, 120, 100, most of that 120 pounds was, I believe, lost just through walking alone, right? As that's the exercise I did every single day. Even when I wasn't at the office, I was walking around the block Saturdays and Sundays. I was going to martial arts. I was training 3 days a week, sometimes 2 days a week, sometimes 4 days a week, not often, but usually 3 days a week. But oftentimes 2 days a week and sometimes 1 day a week. So it was the most consistent thing with diet was walking. So the most consistent thing, along with my diet was the fact that I was walking every single day. And then it's just moving, right? One of the elements of why walking is good for you, because it's just getting you outside. It's getting you outside in the least forceful way, right? In the least aggressive way, in the least it's not intimidating. The least intimidating way is just to walk around the block or to walk down the street even. If you have a big block, don't walk around your block. Walk down the street, turn around and come back. Walk down the street, turn around and come back. Walk down the street, walk a little farther, turn around and come back. Walk down the street, walk a little further, come back. Do the same thing. Go shorter, go longer. Change it up, right? how we learn is how we change things up, right? How we change things. It's how we learn and how we adapt. When we change the situation, our body has to adapt to it. Our brain has to adapt to it, and we make those connections. So then our body has to reply. Our body has to fire. Our body has to respond, and that's what it's all about, right? So I'm back to walking, and I love it. My feet don't love it, but my buns love it. Yeah, just kidding. It's good exercise, folks. It's great exercise. So I'm walking, and it's going well, right? Of course, I'm tired at the end of the day. Of course, I'm gonna be, my feet are sore, and I got a blister on my foot or my toe, and I have to wrap. But it's not a big deal. I'm not gonna die, right? And I'm 42 years old, and I'm walking out there every day. Sometimes I'm in the truck. Usually I'm walking. I have been walking. There'll be days where I'll be in the truck. There's days I'll be maybe in the office doing something, right? In the warehouse or something, doing something. But it's good. So I've been walking, and anywhere between 10 to 20 kilometers, maybe 10 to 15 kilometers, probably mostly, which is what, I don't know, 8, 9 miles. I don't even know what that is. Yeah, sure. Something like that. 9 miles a day. It's a lot. It's not crazy, but it's a good amount of exercise, right? So you would think, well, if you walk that much, you can never be overweight. Well, you could. You can be overweight. I've exercised other ways, not like that, of course, but other ways and still be overweight. So the fact that it's the diet still, I mean, don't get me wrong, diet is still a big thing, but I didn't do this. I didn't do this job with this diet, but I'm doing it now still. So anyway, even though I didn't do this job, I guess what I'm trying to say during the weight loss, the fact that I was walking through my old job or through the old way did help. But again, the walking I'm doing now is much more, right? When I was walking before, it was maybe 5 kilometers a day. Now it's more like 15 when I'm walking, right? So it differs, right? I mean, I guess you can get used to it. You can walk 15 kilometers every single day forever, right? There was days where I was doing that. There's days where I was biking a lot. So it's just all about what you get used to. And it's funny because after a couple of weeks of doing that, yeah, you're tired at the end of the day, but it's completely manageable. Everybody does it, right? And it's on one hand, it's funny because you think, well, of course it's manageable. Of course it's completely doable. That's why people do it. Yeah, but when your first couple of days doing a job like that, or when your first couple attempts at it, it seems overwhelming. But it doesn't matter. We can do it. It doesn't matter. I mean, but we can do it and we get through. So walking, that's the change so far. I'm back to walking again, and I love it. And I'm walking a lot. It's great. Great for the legs. Great for the calves, your quads, your glutes. Great for your core. I mean, and I'm carrying stuff too, right? So it's keeping your core strong and keeping your back strong and my abs, and it's your core, right? So I'm going to start incorporating push-ups again, which I actually did today. I was stretching after work today. Did a little bit of yoga, and then I incorporated some push-ups, which felt really good. So I'm going to try and do that again in the morning. I'm thinking I want to start doing something on Instagram again, or a daily Facebook thing again about like an inspiration, motivation kind of like, so let's do 10 push-ups or whatever it is. I'll do something like that. Let me know your feedback. I want to hear the feedback, please. Let me know your questions, or not your questions, but let me know your preference. If you'd like to see something as far as like push-ups or squats or whatever, or just something stupid. You want to hear me talk for 5 minutes about what I think about today. Let me know. fatsoradio@gmail.com. You can always comment on the Facebook page, of course, or Instagram and Twitter. Instagram is Fatso Radio. Twitter is @RadioFatso. But let's get back to this. So with the walking, what else has changed about the job and about my life? Okay. So the kids are in school, the wife's still working, that's the same. So my first thought was going to be, actually, it didn't take me long to realize what I was going to do. But as soon as I got the job, I was like, okay, well, I'm going to be working all day. That's it. What am I going to do about food? And it was easy. My answer was, I'm just going to eat at the end of the shift. So whether I started at 7 or 8, actually I haven't started at 7, but I started at 8, 8:30, 9, 9:30, started in that kind of range in the morning. And I didn't eat anything. I've had a kind of soup in the morning one day, like a kind of a cup of broth, a bone broth. I haven't had coffee, but I just had some water, and really that's about it. Throughout the day, as I'm walking, and remember 10, 15 kilometers, right? Which I don't know, I think that's like 8 or 9 miles. I'm not even drinking water. Now, some people may think that's crazy, but the way I look at it is that if I'm going to be drinking water all day long, I'm going to have to pee. I'm going to have to pee, right? My understanding of metabolism is that the ketosis and the burning of fat for fuel, right, burning of ketones for fuel. The byproduct is carbon dioxide. One of the byproducts is carbon dioxide. The other byproduct is water. So it expels in your breath, of course, carbon dioxide and your water vapor, pure breath, but also through your pee. You're going to have to pee every once in a while. So that alone, just by burning fat, just by metabolizing, just by having energy, just by living, right? You're going to accumulate urine. It doesn't matter if you drink water or not. You are going to have to drink water, of course. And I drank water the night before and all that stuff. But my idea is that I'm not going to drink water because I'm going to have to look for a bathroom and I have to plan them out. And just, man, being the new guy, I'm taking shifts that are like crazy. We're here, do a little bit of this and do a little bit of that. And I'll go to this part of town and go to another part of town. And I don't know where the hell I am. And I don't have time to look for a bathroom everywhere, right? Honestly, I don't have the time. If I had to look for a bathroom, I'd be out there till 9 o'clock at night sometimes. I don't know. So now, depends where you are. You can always find a bathroom. Not always, but depends where you are. Sometimes you can find a bathroom. But the idea for me, I thought was, well, I'm not going to drink water. Less chance or less accumulation of fluids, of course, in my body, and less urgency for me to pee. So that's been going well. The other thing is eating. So I'm not going to eat. I don't eat throughout my shift, and then I eat when I get home. Now, I'm starving when I come home, but it's not a starving like I'm tired and it's not a starving like I'm, first of all, it's not a craving starving. It's not I need sugar, I need candy. It's not a craving like a carb craving. And it's also not not what I've experienced from a carnivore hunger before, where she's like, oh, it's been so long and I haven't eaten anything. I was kind of like tired and drawn out. It's weird. It's been like, I just need to eat anything. I just need calories. Right. And it's not sugar, but I just needed food when I go. Because I think, well, obviously you burn a lot of calories. You're walking 10 kilometers a day or 15 or whatever it is. You're walking and you're burning a lot of kilometers, or you're burning calories, and you're not just walking, you're putting the mail in, you're picking up packages, you're scanning shit, you're signing stuff, and you're saying hello, and you're waving to the kids, and you're running from dogs. Jeepers. No, I haven't ran from any dogs. I say hi to every single dog. I'll tell you what, folks, if you go door to door, and you come up to a step and a dog barks you, just says hello. Just say hello. Hey, buddy. Hey, how are you, buddy? I say, hey, boy. Hey, boy. Hey, boy. Or I say, hey, girl. Hey. I don't know if it's a boy or girl. Doesn't matter. I'm wrong anyway. And these days, I'm going to be wrong because I don't know. It doesn't matter anyway because I can say, hey, hey. So I say hi and they say hi back. They bark their head off, but I take it as a hi. So I'm not eating during the shift. I'm not drinking water. Some probably will argue that I probably should drink water, but I just think that I'm going to find a bath. I'm going to need a bathroom, right? The harder I walk, the harder I hustle. I feel like I accumulate. It's weird. I feel like I'm sweating more, but I'm kind of like, I don't know why. I feel like I'm kind of accumulating more fluid to go to the washroom. I don't know how that works. Probably doesn't work that way, but I'm just thinking this way. Anecdotal evidence, folks. This is why you don't take my advice to the bank, because it's not medical advice, not scientific advice. It's this guy's got a podcast and 2 people listen, and well, not 2 people, it's way more than 2 people, but still. But this is it's not my advice, but it's just what I'm doing. So what else am I doing? So I'm not drinking water. I'm not eating before, and I'm not eating during the shift. And when I'm done, I'm coming home. And of course I'm coming home. But when I'm done, what am I eating when I get home? I've been eating still pretty much carnivore. I haven't been completely strict, but I've been pretty much carnivore, right? And it's been good. I've been eating, I don't even know how many calories because I'm not really concerned. The little bit of weight I gained last month, I'm pretty sure I lost it. I haven't jumped on the scale yet, but I'm going to jump on the scale again just to see what I am. But it's really weird. Like my body, I don't want to say my body likes a certain weight range because I don't think my body gives a shit or is smart enough to know how much it should weigh. And it doesn't, because weight doesn't really matter. But there's a couple places where my body always sits around certain weights, like 210 and like 229 or something for some odd reason, and like 215 or whatever it is. But anyway, I'm gonna start jumping on the scale again to see what it's like. But I don't know. It's the longer I'm at this weight, the more I'm comfortable at it, I guess. The more I feel better, and I feel like I look okay. But and then the more also I think that like what am I gonna I don't know, 199? Okay, what? I mean, maybe it's because I haven't trained in a week or so, so I haven't thought about fighting lately. But really, the weight thing, it doesn't really matter as long as I stay alive. That's my goal, right? That's the whole thing. And I want to wrap that in somehow into this, but that's my whole goal. Like I'm walking and I'm exercising, right? Exercise is good for you, right? I'm walking. Well, I'm walking because I need a job and I have a job and I'm doing this and it's a job and it's great and it helps, a couple pennies here and there. My wife, she saved me. I'm telling you, but I'm walking, right? And it's good for you, but exercise is good for you, right? And exercise is good for you. And it's good for any ailment. It's good for any disease. It's good for any kind of issue that you're having or any kind of disease you have or any kind of whatever, right? And if I have cancer, which I do, right? And I always talk about why I want to fight cancer. One of the reasons why I fight cancer, or one of the ways, is through ketosis. And I think the carnivore diet is doing it as well. And I'm going to bang that drum. I don't talk about it that often. And I got to have another episode just on cancer, labeled cancer, so people know it's about cancer. But really, it's therapeutic as well, right? So it's good therapeutic, physical, to go out and exercise. It's good to blow out the carbs, right? To blow the engine out a little bit, to exercise and use the motor, the engine, the parts, right? Use your lung. When you're walking, use your lungs. When you're walking, use your heart, use your legs, use everything, use your arms, use your full body. Like when I'm walking out there, when anybody's walking, but especially if you're carrying a load, but if you're just walking out there, you're using a big portion of your body. You really are, especially if you're swinging your arms a little bit, or if you're carrying some weight. Oh my God, if you're carrying some weights, you're using a large portion of your body, muscles in your body. So when you're out there and you're moving, that's amazing. That is great work for your body. That is great healing work for your body, because like I've talked about in the past, your lymph system, right, is a whole pathway of vesicles, whole vessels, and like arteries, like veins, right, pathways, highways throughout your body. But this system doesn't have a pump. This system doesn't have a pump like your heart. The system can't just and then it goes through. This system has to be moved. This system has to be moved through fluid, waters, fats, and moving your body, whether it's exercise. It is exercise, whether it's compression shorts or compression or massage. There's lymph massage. How do I emphasize that so much? But lymph massage. There's vibration plates. My mom has a vibration plate. Call that T plate or T zone or something like that. That it vibrates your body. It vibrates you, shakes you. It's one of the things it does is that it gets that lymph moving, right? They're kind of like in two-way kind of valves where they need to be shaken. They need to be moved in order to move through your system. And your lymph system is a big part of your immune system, keeps you healthy. And whether you have cancer, whether you have diabetes, whether you have arthritis, or whether you got a sore thumb, or whether you have a headache, or whatever your body is going through, whatever your mind is going through, of course, because it's probably connected, right? But whatever your body is going through, for sure, your lymph system is doing something. It's part of your immune system, right? So if your immune system is doing something, fighting off bacteria, fighting off a virus, fighting off any foreign invader, whether it's a food particles that your body doesn't agree with, or whether it's a virus or something nasty you picked up, right? Your immune system is your defense, your self-defense, and that lymph system is the other pathway, along with the other set of highways, along with your blood system, that transports all of these things through your body and transports nutrients. And your lymph system specifically is really tied to your immune system. Of course, your blood system is as well, your circulatory system, but your lymph system, your lymphatic system is very important in your immune system. And you want to get that stuff moving. You want to keep it flowing. Excuse me, one second. When you're fighting off a bacteria, when you're fighting off a disease, you're fighting off an infection of any kind, your lymph system your lymphatic system is the system that's going to deliver the fighters, the defenders, the soldiers, right? The white blood cells, the macrophages, the all the defenders and all the soldiers in the army, the arsenal that's going to fight your infection. It's going to get you back to normal, get you back to healthy again, get you back to optimal. And that's why if you're eating at an optimal level, if you're eating food that is not insulting your body, is not assaulting your body, right? Then your immune system is free to do other things, like fight off the infection that you could have received, because you're always exposed to bacteria. You're always exposed to viruses of some sort in the world. There's more viruses than anything, I think, in the whole environment. If I read that somewhere, Jamie, look that up. I don't have a Jamie. But if your immune system is strong, and one of the ways to keep your immune system strong is by not having it be assaulted, right? Not having it be infiltrated by these things that you know that are bad for it. So eating once a day. Let's get back to that for a second. Fasting all day while I'm walking, right, is great. Moving gets the lymphatic system going, and that's the best way to do it. To get the lymphatic system moving is through walking, right? Excuse me. Also, what you're doing, and I've talked about this before, but also what I'm doing, and I think what I'm doing, hopefully it's doing what I think it's doing, and if not, it's at least it's healthy. But when I'm exercising and I'm fasting, all of that time from the time I go to sleep at night, I get my food, I'm eating supper or whatever time that is. Then I'm up at night and I go to sleep. My food is digesting. And then during the morning, I wake up in a state of ketosis, right? Breakfast. And then I'm in ketosis throughout the day. So if I'm in ketosis throughout the day, then that's the detox. That's the cleaning that your body's going through. Your body goes through detox and cleaning at night, of course, right? When it's a regular cycle of house cleaning. But when you're going through ketosis does that even more, right? So if you're in a ketogenic state, if I'm in a ketogenic state during the day and I'm walking and I'm feeling good and I'm doing okay and I'm burning fat for fuel, right? I always got fat for fuel. And because I eat fat as a high part of my meals, I'm going to have fat anyway, whether it's later on or ever. So I'm never at a negative. You can never be at a negative. I got lots and lots of fat. So I'm doing well. I'm going. Think of for a second what that used to be like maybe 10 or 15 years ago for me. If I had a job where I was working, like maybe not 15 years ago, but 20 years ago, if I had a job like this, I would have had snacks. I would have actually had granola bars or Snickers or something, eating all day. And honestly, I'm not a doctor and there's no proof behind this at all. But I think that eating all day, I think that is just the worst thing for us. I just think it's the worst thing for us because we're not designed to eat all day. And if you're designed to eat all day, I don't think you are like, one of the reasons why I don't think we're designed to eat all day, I'm not trying not to get off too much topic here, but one of the reasons why I don't think we're designed all day, we're not designed to eat all day is because look at the other things we can do. Just think about that from a practical standpoint, right? A logical standpoint for 1 second, for 1 minute. A cow can't sing, can't dance, can't do this, can't do all that. Sits there and eats all day. Eats all day. Has some fun once in a while when he's allowed to, when she's allowed to. And then they have some babies and then they go and they eat all day again. That's all they do. They don't do anything else. We do everything else. So why would we want to just eat all day, right? There's many things to do. So if you eat the right food and you can somehow convince yourself and your loved ones or to try to lower the carbohydrates and get on some sort of a low carbohydrate, ketogenic, maybe even a carnivore diet, you can see what it's like, right? And you can maybe adopt something like this. I don't know, you don't have to, but if you do, let me know about it. I want to hear about it. Honestly, this is an episode that I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear from everybody, not only anybody, everybody, all my listeners, all my viewers. I want to listen to I want to hear everybody. fatsoradio@gmail.com. Please email me. Fatsoradio, Fatso, Fatso, no question mark. So fatsoradio, RADIO, @gmail.com. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you want to talk about. Let me know if you want to talk. Let me know if you want to. Let me know who you want to see. Let me know what topics. Let me know if you think it's crazy, this whole Fatso. Is it mainstream already? I don't know. I seem to think that it's like almost mainstream because I think that everybody knows about keto and everybody knows about carnivore. And it turns out everybody knows about keto and people hear that people are going carnivore, but nobody thinks it's real and everybody thinks it's crazy. I don't know. All I know is that I'm not eating and I'm not drinking. And when I'm drinking water, I'm still adding salt to my water. And that's the last thing I want to talk about. But all I know is that I'm not eating, I'm not drinking all day, and I'm exercising, and I'm performing well. Hey, I'm 42 years old, and I can still roll. I can still roll with the boys and girls and everybody, right? I can do it. I'm not going to point any names, but there's guys a lot younger than me that are doing the same things I'm doing. Maybe I'm not as good as them. I don't know. Maybe I'm better than them. I don't know. guys and gals, any age, right? Any ability, it doesn't matter. But all I'm saying is that what I'm doing, in my mind, in the most objective way that I can see, is that it's at least maintaining what I'm doing, right? It got me here. It got me to the point where I can do this still. It got me to the point where I could do these things newly after 20 years of not doing them. So I think it's working. Salt. Folks, I add salt to everything. Salt is so bloody important. So I want to get Dr. Di Nicolantonio. No, that's not his name. Maybe it is. Yes, Di Nicolantonio. I got to get Dr. Di Nicolantonio on here. He's the salt guy, the salt fix. He's got the book on everything, the history of salt and all that stuff. I got to talk to him. Salt is so important, folks. And I'll tell you, if I don't have salt, I haven't had these cramps in a while, but if I didn't have salt for a while, especially when I was transitioning, from kind of the carbohydrate to ketogenic, then to the carnivore, I would get cramps. And it fixed it with, I just have salt on my food. I put salt in my water. I put a little bit of salt in my coffee, decaf or regular coffee. Especially, I've found that if I have caffeine, I need a little bit more salt. I don't know. That's just the way it is for me, I guess. But anyway, folks, this is what I'm doing. It's working for me. I feel strong. I feel good. I can say this one more time and that's all, but I'm walking around and I'm doing this and I'm putting on kilometers and yeah, my feet are sore and I'm walking, but I'm feeling good and I'm sunshine on my face and I'm breathing in good air. Not always good air. I'm going to garages. I'm going to the sheds and carports and outhouses, not outhouses, but I'm going in. So there's smoke and there's other shit sometimes, or not smoke, but somebody just had a cigarette. So I can tell what brand of cigarettes they're smoking, but that's just telling more about my life, my past. But anyway, I'm moving and I'm shaking out there and I'm trucking along and I'm getting the kilometers and I'm walking hills. Hey, where I've been working, there's a lot of hills up in that area, up and down, all around. There's some flat areas too, but there's a lot of hills. And I'm a good walker. I'm a strong walker. That's right, I am. You should see me walk. I got strong walking skills, and I'm using those walking skills. And honestly, I'm proud to do it. I didn't realize it was a customer service kind of a job. It really is. It's so much a customer service job. It's like, once you get your shit organized, and once you get your stuff on the road, and once you're out there, or before you get out there, rather, then it's not. I mean, it's still customer service, but it's more you're organizing. But it's for the customer, of course, right? In the end. But once you're out there, man, you're out there. It's almost like you're performing out there. It's awesome. As long as you're safe, as long as you're, you be careful, get home and everybody's safe. So I like it. It's good. It's getting me outside again. It's keeping me outside. Hey, and it's cold. It's been cold. Last week it was like -5, -6, -7. That was -8 this morning or the other day. That's Celsius. That's pretty cold, folks. So if you're in Fahrenheit, I don't even know what that is. That's got to be 30, below 30, maybe 20 something. It's cold. It's cold. So other thing, what's going on? The beard's growing, my friends. The beard is growing. Shall be big. He's going to be big. It's going to be big. I'm going to see how big I can grow it. This is one of those episodes where we're not too scientific. We don't have any doctors out here, folks. We don't have any butchers or farmers or anybody. We just have me. It's Friday, and I love you all. Let me know, folks. Give me some feedback. I haven't asked for it. I always ask for it, of course, but I really want to hear. I want to hear about what you want to hear about. I want to hear about who you want to hear about and who you want to see. That's it. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Fatso Radio, December 18th. That's right. Stay safe out there, folks. Stay warm. Stay active. Eat good food. Eat food that you know is going to nutritious. It's going to nourish you. Eat food that you know is going to nourish you. Eat food that you know is going to help you. Right? But be cool. Just drink water. Have some salt. Go for walks, and just walk. Walk if you can. Walk 5 minutes a day. Walk 10 minutes a day. Walk an hour a day. Walk 2 hours a day. Like if you have time to walk 3 hours a day, and it's nice weather, and you can see some birds, and you can listen to some birds, and you can get sunshine on your face, and on your body, and you're safe, and you do well for 3 or 4, whatever it is. Do it. It's amazing. We're born to walk. 100%. Right? I believe it. I feel it, and I like it. So that's what I'm doing. And I'm going to keep on doing it, whether it's cold or whether it's warm. I'm sure in the summer, this is going to be, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome out there in the summer. Get some nice color going on. I'm a little bit white right now, but we'll see. We'll see. All right, folks. Have a great Friday. I love you all. Fatso Radio. Violet, say thanks for listening. All right, folks. I love you. Let's say bye to everybody. Bye. And we'll say thanks for listening. Say thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening.
Bye-bye.
Fatso Radio, the really great podcast show.
Fatso Radio, the really great podcast show.
So get your butt and get in your chair.
Don't eat your nails and don't pull your hair.
We'll talk about chicken or talk about steak.
We'll talk about fat, for goodness sake.
Fatso, the really great podcast show.
Fatso, a very first podcast show.